What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel and check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want you to all to listen to some audio from a podcast that I was listening to earlier, and they were talking about LeBron James reeing up and making a decision to come back to the Lakers next season, right? And I think one of the reasons why I think LeBron James is coming back next season, I think is so for the farewell tour. Now, I think a big part of it is going to be the farewell tour. And I think that the Lakers, they want to do this farewell tour for LeBron because the Lakers have almost become like a circus, like a sideshow, right? Um, like they know that they're really not in a position to win and threaten in the West. So they have to find ways to stay relevant and bringing back LeBron James and to milk this situation with LeBron as much as they can. I think is their way of staying relevant. So but to me, I think what the Lakers are really doing is really just upsetting the Lakers fans when they do this kind of stuff. But because again, to me, it's just a big circus. But I want you to listen to this audio. I'm trying to say what show this was on, but I'll let you know the show in a little bit. But here we go with the audio of LeBron. These guys talking about LeBron James and LeBron James possibly coming back.
What do you have to say here? That's the only way that the Lakers and Mavericks make a trade.
You got right? only one team of the 29 can be dealt.
So, but LeBron stays, right? He opts in. What do we do?
Yeah, I mean, when I talk to people about the LeBron's contract deal, it's just logistically it makes more sense for him to opt in, and then you could extend off that opt in. So if he wants to extend that contract, and we don't know, he might just want to play out the rest of this deal. He can do that. It's a big number for next year.
It's
for
massive.
LeBron James, massive.
Well, I mean, listen. He's due it. He should get it. I had Rich Paul here. He said they haven't discussed it yet about his long-term future.
Don't really have to. It's really like, what do you want to do, LeBron?
Right.
Well, we'll do it.
Well, I mean, and the Lakers are clearly one of those people that will say, what do you want? We'll do it. But why wouldn't he basically say, I've got all the money in the world. I need to win one more. Is this like the NFL where if he takes less, that would be more for others, or there's aprons or rules that would prevent that from
it increases the Lakers' flexibility. And he did that last year with a little bit small haircut on his last contract where it kept them under that second apron. The truth is, though, LeBron correctly believes that his value massively exceeds his contract. Look, NBA star players make a lot of money. We're trending towards the $1 million per game player, the $82 million per year player.
Yeah.
I would argue for a lot of those guys, it's still underpaid, undervalued because of the value they bring to these games. People go to watch, more so than the NFL. People go to watch players in basketball.
Which is why the whole load management thing pisses people off.
Irritates the hell out of them.
Because they do, in fact, go to games to see a specific player, certainly when they only come through a certain town once a year. So that's why the load management question is so infused. Listen, we're spending so much time, certainly in the Western Conference Finals, the face of the NBA, right? Who's the face of the NBA? Is it now SGA more than Anthony Edwards? It's still LeBron James and Steph Curry. Those are the faces of the National Basketball Association in 2025.
All right, so I think LeBron James is still the face of the NBA, like they just said, but I think only because the media makes it that way, and it's getting harder and harder for them to continue to make it like LeBron and Steph is the face of the NBA, especially when you got kids like Tyrese Halliburton and SGA, who these guys really they coming up fast. So it won't be long before LeBron James will be, he won't be the face of the NBA real soon, right? But I wanna talk about number one. I think LeBron James is he wants that going away, like that farewell tour, like what Kareem did. I think Kobe had a nice farewell tour when he knew he was going to retire for the Lakers, and I think that's what LeBron James want. I mean, he played 20 years, so I can't say that he don't deserve it. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. LeBron James. He for that farewell tour, and so they also asked the question, why wouldn't LeBron James like go to another team and try to get a ring there? And I have said I don't need once the Lakers and LeBron James won that championship bubble, I don't even think LeBron James was basically interested in ring chasing. I think at a certain point in LeBron James' career, he knew that he wasn't going to be able to catch Michael Jordan as far as rings was concerned. So he just basically from then on, he's been like stat padding, you know, and so that's when like that points he beat Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for the most points and stuff like that. So it changed from chasing Michael with the rings to longevity and with the stat padding and stuff like that. And that is a double-edged sword, right? Because longevity is good, but it's not good when you don't win. So that's a double-edged sword. And then with him having that scoring title or that scoring record for most points in NBA history, that's good too. But on the other hand, you could point that LeBron James has more turnovers than anybody in NBA history. So the stats can work in his behalf, in his favor, or the stats can work against him. And that's what I think. Like a lot of these stats are working against LeBron, and yeah, and I don't think LeBron James though wanted to leave anyway because like now who would want him? I know what was the guy named Nick Wright said that LeBron James should go back to Cleveland in one of his, and on one of their shows, he said LeBron James could possibly go back to Cleveland. Then Chris Broussard said that if LeBron James went back to Cleveland, that would definitely make the Cleveland Cavaliers a favorite to win it in the East. No, I don't think so. If he's getting swept in the first round in the West, I don't think like if next year if he was go to the even though the East is not as strong as the West, he no way, LeBron James come out of that East. I mean, the guy is what he going on 20 something years, 23. That'll be 23 years in the league, and I think the longer LeBron James play, the more he tarnishes his legacy. And so the best thing I think for LeBron James to do is to stay in LA, make as much money as he can, and do the farewell tour. Do that farewell tour and just leave it at that. But his ring chasing days are over with. His ring chasing days have been over with for at least 3 or 4 years. In my opinion, I think LeBron James is, like I said, he's just stat padding at this point in time. And to people who like basketball, this is a circus. It's basically it's a circus, and you can tell it's obvious that LeBron James is stat padding, man. And LeBron James is not interested in winning no basketball, games and all this other stuff. That's why you have like, you have them blaming other people for the shortcomings of the Lakers. Anytime the Lakers didn't make it or they don't go nowhere, it was Anthony Davis' fault. It was a coach's fault. It was everybody's fault except for LeBron James. And that argument is wearing thin. people not buying into it. And so, you know, I'm interested in seeing like what's going to be, you know, what's going to happen with this farewell tour. Then you have his son who's still there at the Lakers and stuff like that. So it's, you know, it's kind of funny what's going on with the Lakers right now. And I know Lakers fans don't find it funny, but this just gives me some content, you know. And so that's my take on it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, don't forget to leave a comment. And with that being said, I'll check you all out on the next video. Peace.